let God kill me, the God who created them. At no time, die, do anything to my daughters. There was also allegation that I slept with my daughters. Please hold on. Hold on. As a result of what happened in that marriage, please listen. You recall, many of you that have been here for a long time, that I came here and said I would never marry again. That is the level of how how it affected me, how I was broke. I was seeing women in some kind of light before. Forgive me. It was mercy. I battled with this. 13 years ago, or 13 years plus, when you recall when I was kidnapped, you must have heard the story. Some of you knows about it. I don't want to say what happened in the kidnappers then. How the kidnappers have put a call through. Because the only two number I remember then, as at that time, was a number and that of the King Truma. The King Truma is alive, he can tell this story. Tony, please come. It was me and you that was kidnapped. I was kept for 58 days. You stayed about 60 plus. About 61 days. When they put call through to the kidnappers put call through to this ex-wife. Did you remember what she said?
Remember, she said they should not call her again, that it's not her business.
Note, before this time, we were just cohabiting. We're not having anything husband and wife was doing together. And I was not eating her food. But we're living in the same house. So the thing got bad. That when I returned from the kidnappers then, he saw me at home and was shocked that she saw me. At that moment, he knelt down and said, please, whatever I've done, forgive me. I said, I don't know what you have done, but time will tell. Subsequently, as at that time, my father also came around. He had this hernia operation or surgery. She will go out. I recall an occasion, an incident that happened. My mother, my maternal uncle, a man called Benjamin Okafor. Because my father's side and my mother's side, they bear the same surname. My mother is from a different village, my father is from a different village. As at that time, that man was about 70 or 75. There was a place their country people, the Cameroonian, there was a place their country people were having like their how do you call it, their association meeting, or whether it's town or community meeting or something. And the compound has common boundary with this my uncle. Wise people, while they were there drinking, celebrating, that my uncle's wife cited her amongst them, celebrating and drinking with them. So the woman was shocked. He ran inside and said, come and see you. Is this not your sister's son's wife? The old man came out and saw her and said, what? That old man urinated in his body. He said, how can somebody whose husband is in death row, not knowing whether I will come back? That he related to my mother. To cut the long story short, a very long story. The battle ensured many times. I could recall the time my son, when she was pregnant of my son, Bobo, 7 months in the womb, there was an argument. He jumped out from the 2-story building. He jumped down, landed. Nobody did anything. Nobody pushed her. You were aware of the incident. So if she had died or something happened to her, I would have been in jail, or maybe something else would have happened. Let me not go into all of that anymore. So finally, as I got back from the kidnappers then, after 58 days, she will go and come back late. So one of the occasion, I asked the gate man not to open the door. This was around 12 midnight. The King Hippo is not here, but the wife is here. He's abroad. He knows about the incident, and I'm sure the wife knows about it. He started knocking. We just moved to that estate newly. He started hitting the gate as if there was no tomorrow. And we just came to that neighborhood. So I told the gate, I was already pissed. So I said, whatever will come out from this, let it come out. So I told the gate man, open the door. As soon as the door was, I took her phone. And that was the beginning of the end. As soon as I took the phone, what I pleaded with her, let us go peacefully our separate way, because everything that will kill a marriage has already happened, so that we don't end up killing one another. That was the day she went that night. She was ready to die because of that phone, the phone I took from her, I collected from her. She did everything, but I refused to release the phone. So she went and packed everything. Left that midnight around 2 a.m. But by the time I opened the phone, it was a lot. I still have that phone with me, the BlackBerry phone. It was a lot. The family came again and again to beg. I didn't want to disclose to them. When they came the 5th time, about 4 or 5 men came with them. So that was the first time. It was only my dad and my mom, I think the King Hippo, that knew what was on that phone. That was the only time I went inside. God was saying, oh, forgive, you know you are a man of God, and this and that. A man of God, but I'm dying. I was dying. So I brought the phone. I said, sir, are you married? He said, yes. Are you married? Yes. Are you married? Yes. Are you married? Yes. I said, if your wife did a thing like this, what will you do? This one said, God forbid. This one said, I will kill my wife. This one said, she can't even do it. I opened the phone. I said, do you know whose naked picture, new picture this is? And do you see who they are sending it to? A woman married to a pastor. At that point in time, we fight for divorce. It was that bad. Chidera here was 2 years old. Bobo was 4 years and few months. The thing was that bad that the court granted me custody of those children at that tender age. And the court only gave her access from the age of 2. Bobo is 17 plus. By March he will be 18 now. Chidera is 15 plus now. So that was the time this divorce happened. And I called them up. And I did promise them. Apart from my encounter that I already have, the belief I have for women, I promised them that I was never going to marry until they are grown up. For 13 years, I kept that. For 13 years, I kept that. And within that 13 years, it was not easy. We made a lot of mistakes. So the certificate of the divorce is there. Let me state very quickly. From that moment she vowed, I will destroy you. I will destroy the church. She says this openly. That as long as she liveth, that I will not be able to marry again. Take note. None of these lies or allegations ever came until I married. No one ever came. No one. The vengeful ex-wife, angry that I'm starting a new life, recruited children. Let it be clear today. At no time did I do anything to my daughters. At no time let God kill me, the God who created them. At no time. Since you know me as your father, I gave birth to you. Have I ever hurt you in any way indecent? Huh?
No.
Has it ever happened in any way?
No.
If you lie, God will judge you, and God will punish you. Has it ever happened?
No.
In any way?
No.
Has never happened?
No.
Never. The other time there was an allegation that someone was buried on this altar. I am using this occasion to openly invite the DSS, the Nigerian police. I will sponsor everything it will take. They should come and break this altar. I will sponsor it, and it will be televised live. We'll invite all the news stations. Let them come. I am giving an open invitation, both for DSS, Nigerian police, all of the constituted government authority. They should come and break the altar. I am ready to sponsor it and let it be televised live. It is the story that can be told, and people will say this man is an occult man, is a beast. The well-coordinated attack. I'm sorry, I'm speaking for the first time. This is the pain I've been through. It has not been easy. I became suicidal. I thought of committing suicide. You don't understand. Please, don't judge anyone. Pray for me. I'm not perfect. I've made a lot of mistakes. Pray for me. You can judge me, but forgive me. Pray for me. Nothing of such, not in this world, not in the world to come, can happen. But sometimes I forgive them. I forgive them. They are my daughters. I forgive them. And I'm praying that it shall be well with them. I forgive them. They were being used. But I forgive them. I pray for them. I pray for them. It shall be well with them. I pray for them. Now listen. As I round up, I spoke with some leaders of the church. Was it on Friday? I was able to get across to that daughter. Thank God for technology. I replayed my conversation for them. Some of you heard it. I replayed my conversation. What was the problem? Don't use phone until you are done with secondary school. I didn't know she was using phone under my roof and all of that. Even on social media. So when people started calling it to my attention, look at what your daughter is doing on social media. I'm sure some of you know it. They are aware of it. So what happened? I got the phone. I flogged her. I was angry. I flogged her. And that was the day she ran out of the house. She ran out of the house and never came back. We tried everything. That was the last time we saw her. Some of you that hear the record, I said, this thing you went to say on social media, did any such thing like that ever happen? I said, no. Never. Some of you had played it, you heard it. He said, no. But on social media, it's like that.